So there's no money back guarantee on any Negroes that you want to purchase through mail order. How convenient. Okay, now this section says Arabs, the chief slave traders, for the purpose of spreading the Islamic religion and taking the mineral wealth of Black African nations, the Arabs began enslavement of sub-Saharan blacks in the mid 700s AD. After nearly 13 centuries, that's 1,300 years, selling on an average of 1 million blacks every 100 years, one can estimate that Arab slave traders enslaved and financially profited from the sale of more than 13 million African blacks. In July, in July 1994, several Arab diplomats and other spokespersons disavowed a Washington Post article that Arabs are still trading in black slaves in Mauritania, Ethiopia, and Sudan. The national press was challenged to prove that slavery still existed in those countries. The Baltimore Sun accepted the challenge and sent two reporters, one black columnist from the Sun and a foreign correspondent who was white, to Sudan to see if they could buy black slaves and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that chattel slavery does exist in Sudan. According to the Washington Post, the two reporters found clear evidence of slave raids on blacks in the south of Sudan. They actually bought two black slaves from Islamic fundamentalists for the price of $500 each. Having completed their mission, the reporters immediately returned the slaves to the aggrieved families. Few people are interested in or understand the continued enslavement of blacks because the issue is confused and smothered under religious conflicts between Christians, Jews, and Islamic religions. They fail to understand that black slavery is not a horizontal moral issue. It is a racial and economic issue. Interesting. Neither the national political leadership, religious leadership, or traditional civil rights organizations have acknowledged current day black slavery as an issue. The commander-in-chief of the Garang Liberation Movement, a human rights group in Sudan, told a reporter in the Washington Post that the Islamic government, the Islamic government army and its paramilitary auxiliary militias used slavery to destroy the African non-Muslim dimension of Sudanese identity. Obviously, as long as blacks remain divided along the lines of religion, political party, and class, they will forever be vulnerable to those who seek to enslave and exploit them. That takes us back to B1. B1, I don't think that there's a reason we have to be divided along. Let's look at religion, political party, or class. I guess I'm a Christian. I go to church sometimes, but I love the Nation of Islam, and I love other black people of any religion. The Hebrew Israelites, I don't care. Whatever your religion is, that's between you and God. Political party. I want to have friends that are Democrats, Republicans, Independents, and non-voters. I love you all if you love the black community, period. I'm not going to fight you over that. Class. Yeah, I'm not a broke Negro. I'm in my 50s. I'm a finance professor. I shouldn't be broke. But I have nothing against you if you are struggling. But if you want to improve, I'd love to help you. I just really think that one rule of unity, it doesn't mean that you can align on every issue. It just means you're gonna do your best to choose your battles. I think that's really it, right? Choose your battles wisely. Some of us are just trained to fight over any damn thing. We're trained to get mad at each other over everything. And I don't think that's necessary. But that's also where the mental health comes into play. Trauma will do that. Trauma will cause you to bite hands that are feeding you. And next thing you know, you have no support from anybody. Right? So let's read this. It says, trickster slave uses mother's wig. Okay, that's interesting. Being kept in a constant state of ignorance and deprivation because they were either slaves or second-class citizens left blacks little choice but to develop survival tactics that reflected the realities of their dilemma. They learned to use what was called mother wit to outsmart a more powerful and presumably more knowledgeable adversary. This tactic led to the image of the black trickster. Some of the clearest images of a trickster at work occurred during slavery. For example, Cato, a slave living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania during the nation's Revolutionary War, knew that he was in for a beating.